Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 28. St. Mary residents affected by recent drought will have steady access to increased water supply by the end of the year. The assurance comes from Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Pernell Charles Jr., during a recent tour of water systems in the parish. Mr. Charles says the Rural Water Supply Limited will be undertaking work to increase storage capacity to its systems at Gibbs Hill, Maroon Town, Top Leinster and Plattfield in the parish.
This government is more concerned about results than we are about talking about things. And so my focus is on solutions and getting it done.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade will be seeking to raise the awareness of the effects of prank calls as the body observes Fire Safety Week. According to the Fire Brigade, over 6,000 of the almost 66,230 calls received between 2014 and 2018 were malicious false alarm calls.
This has put a strain on our resources because sometimes resources are tied up responding to what we perceive to be a genuine fire call, only to discover when we get to this location it's actually a false alarm. The problem we face, ladies and gentlemen, is that we can't sit at our station when we get a call and make a determination as to whether or not the call is false or is genuine. So we have to respond once we receive a call.
Fire Brigade Commissioner Stuart Beckford was addressing Friday's media launch of Fire and Life Safety Awareness Week. Being held under the theme, Make We Fix It, Community First, more than 90 communities will be impacted through various activities being staged between October 27 and November 2. In other news, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says the unification process for Clerk of Courts to become Assistant Crown Counsel should be finalized in a matter of months. Under this unification process, a Clerk of Courts will no longer be under the direction of the parish courts, but under the supervision of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The administrative duties previously performed by the Clerk of Courts will then be handled by the Deputy Clerk of Courts. Minister Chuck says the move will relieve Clerk of Courts of the heavy administrative and prosecuting duties they undertake.
So you separate your prosecuting duties from any administrative duties in the court. So the administrative duties will now be dealt with by the now Deputy Clerk of Courts, who eventually may be the Clerk of Courts or be renamed Clerk of Courts. And they will take on the mentioning of cases, matters in the court, administrative duties. But when it comes to the actual prosecution, it will be the Assistant Crown Counsel.
The minister was speaking on Saturday at the Anti-Corruption Training Seminar for prosecutors. Still on justice, Portfolio Minister Delroy Chuck says a sensitization tour will be undertaken to increase public awareness on child diversion. He says recovery and rehabilitation programs will be implemented to ensure that children who run afoul of the law will not be subject to the formal penal system.
We feel that our young people who get into trouble should not end up getting a criminal record. We feel it is necessary for them to go straight, to get guidance, to get support, and to be able to move away from delinquency and to lead a clean and fair, honest life.
Minister Chuck was at Thursday's opening ceremony of the ministry's Integrated Justice Fair in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew. The fair, which was held in collaboration with the European Union, brought together more than 17 government entities to provide information and advice to citizens. It's part of efforts to take justice to the people, in keeping with the goal of creating a first-class justice system. Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Alando Terrelong, is encouraging more young people to get involved in the governance of the country.
Getting involved in causes, in politics, is getting involved in your own life. The decisions that we make today as policyholders, as stakeholders for your world will directly impact you and your future and your children's future.
Minister Terrelong was addressing over 300 secondary and tertiary students at an event to mark United Nations Day 2019. Held under the theme, I Am the SDGs, the event facilitated dialogue on how young people can lead actions to achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015. And finally, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is advising that there is no general outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth disease, HFMD, in Jamaica. The Health Ministry says surveillance data indicates that there is no unusual number of cases in any area in the island. This comes against recent reports that there has been an increase in HFMD cases in schools. The Education Ministry has since urged administrators to take every precaution to prevent the spread of the disease. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.